Welcome to the Explainer. All right, get ready, because today we are completely tearing down the playbook on how you take a simple one-off AI project and will transform it into massive recurring revenue. If you are tired of that exhausting freelance hamster wheel, constantly hunting for the next gig, this is absolutely for you. I want you to imagine stepping into a business, delivering an initial AI solution, and then systematically multiplying your initial revenue by 5. That's exactly what we're going to unpack today using a brilliant real-world framework. So, if you want to know how to move from being just another freelancer to becoming an indispensable AI automation partner, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand this massive shift in revenue, we first need to look at the starting line. This entire strategy is grounded in a real-world case study from AI developer Liam Otley. He initially built an outward-facing AI chatbot for a client, and he sold it for a discounted rate of just $1,000. Now, typically, a project like this sits in the $2,000 to $3,000 range, but this was a discounted case study rate used specifically to prove the concept. Keep this $1,000 figure in your head, okay? It might seem like a kind of modest starting point, but as we're going to see, it's really just the opening move in a much larger, much more lucrative game. So, here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll be covering the setup, building the Trojan Horse, making the 5x revenue pivot, high-value upsells, and finally, securing monthly retainers. Starting off with Section 1, the setup, identifying business value. Look, when you first approach a client, your mindset just absolutely has to shift. You are not just there to build a piece of software. You're a consultant. Your primary job is to identify exactly how an AI tool can reduce their expenses, increase their return on investment, and ultimately drive their revenue up. This initial $1,000 chatbot did exactly that across 4 distinct, highly valuable pillars. First, lead nurturing, giving site visitors personalized help to find the right products. Second, lead capture, gathering user intent, emails, and phone numbers during the chat. Third, conversion events, actively pushing the user to an external landing page or booking link to schedule a call. And fourth, top-tier customer support, answering complex questions instantly using a custom knowledge base. By nailing these 4 areas, the chatbot instantly proved its worth to the client's bottom line. Moving on to Section 2, building the Trojan Horse. Now, to actually get to that massive revenue at the end, you first have to execute the initial build flawlessly and efficiently. Here's the brisk 4-step procedural flow used to bring this chatbot to life. Step 1 is planning using Figma. You map out the entire conversation flow visually, what questions are asked, what data is captured, getting client validation before you write a single line of code. Step 2 is the build itself, combining 2 distinct platforms, BotPress and Stack AI. Step 3 is the review phase, and this is crucial. You want the client to stress test the bot and provide one single batch of iterations. Batching feedback is vital. It totally prevents that endless nightmare loop of back-and-forth communication. Finally, Step 4 is deploy. You don't host this on your own account. The client creates an account, adds you as a collaborator, and you transfer ownership to them so they handle the ongoing software billing. Just to briefly demystify that second step, let's talk tech stack. Basically, BotPress acts as the foundation. It controls the basic logic, the conversational nodes, and the standard message routing. It asks the user if they want to book a trial or if they have a question. But if a customer asks a complex question that the standard BotPress logic can't handle, the system gracefully falls back to Stack AI. By utilizing API request, Stack AI brings the brains, running an advanced document search through the client's custom data using GPT 3.5 Turbo. If it finds the answer, it delivers it, and then instantly loops back to push the user toward a conversion event. It's like a completely seamless, intelligent loop. All right, Section 3, the 5x revenue pivot. Okay, let's shift gears for a second from the technical execution to the high-level business strategy, because the seed has officially been planted. This concept right here is the absolute core of today's strategy, the Trojan Horse strategy. Listen, that initial $1,000 chatbot we just built, that is not the end goal. No way. It is simply the vehicle used to get inside the gates. By delivering a highly functional, outward-facing chatbot, you instantly prove your competency as an AI expert. You've provided tangible value. But more importantly, you've earned the client's trust. Once that trust is established, the door is wide open for you to analyze the rest of their business and identify where else this incredible technology can be applied. You really have to make a mental leap here. You're looking at 2 totally different mindsets. You can either adopt the freelance deliverable mindset, building a one-off bot, taking your $1,000, and starting that exhausting hunt for the next client, or you can adopt the AI automation partner mindset. You view that first chatbot as just the beginning of a long-term relationship. You stick around, offer ongoing audits, you build deeper integrations, and you continuously drive ROI.
To systematically multiply your revenue by 5 per customer, you absolutely must abandon the one-off freelance mentality and adopt the posture of an ongoing strategic partner. Which brings us to Section 4, High-Value AI Upsells. So you've built the trust, you have that partner mindset locked in. Now what exactly are you selling them next to detail those effective upsell methods and drive that revenue up? Well, here are 3 highly effective upsells straight from the source. First up, lead routing integrations. You go back to the client and say, hey, this chatbot is collecting great leads. Want me to build an integration that automatically routes these leads directly into your SMS or email marketing campaigns? It's a super easy yes. Second, knowledge-based query analysis. You set up a system to analyze the exact questions the chatbot is failing to answer. You ask the client, why are your customers not able to find this information in your confirmation emails or on your site? You are literally selling business intelligence here. Third, internal content generation. You step away from outward-facing bots entirely. You ask, do you have idle internal data sitting around? Let's build a system that utilizes that data to help your team automatically generate fresh content. These aren't just cool tech tricks, folks. These are concrete, high-value methods to save the business money and make them more money. And finally, Section 5, securing monthly retainers. Listen, this is where the true scale happens. This is how you completely leave that hourly or project-based rat race behind for good. The ultimate play, the absolute gold standard of an AI automation partner, is to pitch a full business audit and workshop. You tell the client, look, I've shown you what AI can do for your customer support and lead generation. Now let me come in and analyze your business from head to toe. You evaluate what they're good at, what they're bad at, and you identify not just one, but like 10 to 20 different areas where AI can augment their team's capabilities or even eliminate manual tasks completely. Once you present them with a list of 20 different highly valuable automations, I promise you, the conversation changes entirely. Now, because you just found 20 different deliverables, you do not quote them 20 individual project fees. That's a headache for literally everyone. Instead, you say, look, we can scope all of these individually, or we can just save time and money by working as partners. You pitch a monthly retainer, typically landing somewhere between $3,000 and $8,000 per month to come on and constantly improve their business with AI. That right there is the 5x revenue pivot in action. You took a $1,000 entry point, proved your worth, identified deeper inefficiencies, and converted it into an ongoing high-ticket monthly retainer that multiplies your initial earning many times over.
So the absolute most crucial point to take away from all this, that first project is literally just the beginning of the conversation. So ask yourself, what hidden revenue is sitting inside your next client's business just waiting to be automated? You've got to think like a true consultant. Build that Trojan horse, earn the trust, and then go find those 10 to 20 automations. The opportunity out there is absolutely staggering. Thanks for hanging out with me on The Explainer today, and I seriously cannot wait to explore our next topic with you.